Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and like always, thank you so much for tuning in again. Today I have a video that everybody's talking about. Like everybody, since they saw a preview of it on Instagram, has been talking about it and wanting it, and so many YouTubers have already made a video on this palette, so I thought I'd jump on board and I'd share my opinions. And I've actually been using this for quite a while now, and I didn't want to do it before or right when I got the palette because I actually wanted to give you guys my really in-depth review of this palette, and let's just talk about it. This is the new Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This palette retails for $65 and you get a mixture of mattes and shimmers. This is the outside palette. This is like the sleeve that it comes with, and then you pull it out and then you get the beautiful shade selection here. And then this is like a clear it's kind of like a Z palette kind of a thing, but it's thinner. And then this is what the inside of the palette looks like, and you get three types of shadows in this palette. So you get your 3D crushed textured shades, and then you get your mattes, and then you get your shimmers. There's two shimmers, and then there's this whole row of the 3D textured formulas, and then you have a bunch of mattes. Like the palette is a majority mattes. And when I first saw this on Instagram, I thought that this was going to be the packaging, and I think that this would have been very beautiful packaging, but she did this, and it's like a cardboard. It's cardboard, and it feels kind of thin, so it's thinner than a Z palette, and then you get this hard kind of plexiglass protector, and then you can see your shadows. And honestly, I don't mind the packaging, but it was $65, so this is a very pricey palette. The colors are very on trend right now, the rose gold theme. Everybody wants rose gold everything. So I guess I get what she was going with it, but the packaging I think could have been a little bit better for $65. I usually love packaging. I would normally really like this, but since I am paying a pretty penny, I really wanted a little bit more put into the concept of the packaging. But whatever, if the shadows are good, you're willing to look past that, right? Well, you know, I don't hate the shadows, but I don't love them either. These 3D mattes, 3D shimmer shades, the texture shades, they're so beautiful when you swatch them with your finger. They're super pigmented, amazing, amazing color. The colors are so beautiful, so unique. But when you go to put them on your eye, it is so difficult to work with these shadows. I personally don't have a problem using my fingers. I use my fingers when I use my ColourPop eyeshadows, when I use my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. I don't have a problem, even though I have long nails most of the time. I can work with it, I can blend it, I can make it look really nice. But these, for some reason, I go and I put them on my eyes, and it emphasizes any texture that I have on my eyelids, and I don't have a lot of texture. I'm not older, I don't have wrinkly eyelids, but this makes it look so emphasized. And I don't know, I really don't like that you have to really work at it. You have to really move the shadows on. You can't just pat them on, because it just gets a little bit crazy. I'm gonna zoom you in because I am wearing these shadows today, and I want you to look at what I created with these eyeshadows. And as you can tell, it's very pretty. I do really like the colors. I like some of the formulas in here. The mattes don't swatch as well as they apply on the eyes. That's something that you have to really know about this palette. The swatches aren't going to do them justice at all. They're going to look very patchy, very streaky, but once you go with a brush and you apply these matte shades on your eyes, they are very beautiful, very buildable, and they are pigmented, surprisingly very pigmented. The only problem that I have is the shades that I thought I would love the most. They're very nice. Just make sure you build on it. Don't go in hard with them, because then you're just gonna get these flaky chunks, and I really don't like that, guys. But honestly, I guess this is really personal preference. There's a lot of palettes that you can dupe this palette for, but like I've said 1,000 times, you can dupe any palette nowadays. And I'm gonna do swatches for you. I'm gonna do live swatches for you guys just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna come back and talk about it a little bit more. Okay, so I have no primer on my hands right now, on my arm, and the first shade is a Dubai, and this is one of those 3D textured shadows. And as you can tell, they're very pretty colors. Like, don't get me wrong, they're very beautiful. The next one I have is Fling, and then this is like a burgundy red color. Very beautiful. The next shade is 24K, and this is a true gold shade. Very bright, very beautiful. The next one we have is Rose Gold, and this is a beautiful color. These almost feel wet to the touch. The next one is the one that I have all over my lids today, and this is Trust Fund, and it's like a orangey copper shade. Stunning. This one is one of my favorites in the palette. And then the last 3D shadow is Blessed, and this is a brown. This one isn't as textured as the other ones. And then the two that are the shimmer shades are this one, and this is Angelic, and this is a very beautiful pink shimmer shade with a dual chrome finish. And then the last one is Moondust, and this is like a champagne gold color. Very pretty. Okay, so now we're going to start with the mattes, and the first one is Bossy. And then this is like a burgundy, like a dark burgundy shade. The next one we have is Flamingo, and this is a bright pink shade. The next one we have is Shy, and it's more of a muted pink. And lastly in this row we have Bay, and then this is a nice bone vanilla shade. And then over here we have Black Truffle, and this is a black, a matte black. It's pretty pigmented. The next one we have is Suede, and then this is a taupey color. Then we have Cocoa, and Cocoa is a warm brown shade. And then we have Maneater, and this is a vivid red, like a burgundy. And then we have Henna, which is a warm brown. And then we have Sandalwood. And these are all the mattes in the palette. And there you have it. Those were the swatches. Like you can tell, they don't swatch well. At least the mattes don't swatch well, but don't worry about them because they apply really nicely onto the eyes. It's just a matter of blending out. They are very pigmented. I was actually very surprised when I swatched them. I was a little bit upset. And then when I went to use them on my eyes, I was like, wow, these actually work pretty well. And as far as the 3D texture shades, be careful with them. Like I said in the beginning, just make sure you take it a little bit at a time because some of them have a little bit more of like a flaky fallout than others, and so you just have to make sure that you really pat it in with your finger because they do work well with your finger, and make sure that you smooth it out with your finger, not really with a brush because you won't get any color payoff and it's just going to be a hot mess. But anyways, those are my thoughts on the palette. This does retail for $65, like I said, and it does ship from Dubai, and it is $20 shipping charge if you order it on her website. So what I did was I picked up a couple of her liquid lipsticks just to make up for that, and then you end up getting the free shipping, and this ships ridiculously fast. Like I paid for this, and then the day after I got my shipping and tracking notification, and then like in 3 days it was at my house. It was ridiculous. So I see why I wouldn't be that mad at paying $20 for this palette, but I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't repurchase again. This is going to be in stores at Sephora in November, So then you'll have a chance to swatch it for yourself and see what you think about this palette in stores before you're actually purchasing it, and you won't have to pay a crazy amount of shipping like I did, and you won't have to pick up any other liquid lipsticks. Liquid lipsticks are amazing, by the way. I have Trendsetter on my lips today and I love it. The formula is really great, and I don't know, I don't really have anything negative to say about these. The formula is really awesome, but this video is not about that. This palette is very pretty, it's very on trend, but I wouldn't see myself repurchasing it just because of the shades, and they are a little bit too difficult to work with for my liking. And like I said before, I'm not picky about using my fingers, but this bad boy was just a little bit extra. But anyways, I hope this video was helpful. I hope that this can either save you some dollars, or, you know, it makes you want it a little bit more because of the swatches, but it's completely up to you. It's personal preference. If you are wanting to dupe this palette, I kind of do recommend the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. The colors are a little bit similar. They're not, of course, the 3D textured shadows, but they are a little bit similar, and that one is $42. So, you know, like I said, that there's a lot of palettes that can dupe this. It's completely up to you. It's personal preference. But I hope this video helps. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!